we continue our investigation of the chip factory in Hollywood, with Horatio stepping into the HotSIM VR. Kennel's best idea basically involves getting a job, and Juliet goes completely out of character and thinks they should just shoot everyone. It's time to begin episode 68. Okay, maybe more like 70.
And what would you like for that, Mr. GM?
We need a pilot check. You're going through the vacuum chute.
Yeah.
This is going to be pretty difficult. You're looking at threshold 6, even with your control rig.
Ooh, doggy.
Is it time for a little bit of leadership dice? Reminding you of the 12,000 ways not to screw this up.
Go for it.
3 hits, baby.
It reminds me of Ben Franklin, who said if at first you don't succeed, try again until lightning strikes, and then you're a genius.
Yo, is that what happened to improv? Because it would explain the hair. Like, it looks like she never washed her hair, like ever.
Oh.
Maybe that's why she twitches.
What?
Yo, that's why she twitches so much.
Wow.
Well, that's
Alright,
a lot
so-
of
I've
hits.
never seen it.
So yeah, you're able to get it in. Majority of the time, you're having to dodge debris that's being fed through here. It's just like a constant stream of fairly thick plastic chunks coming through here at fairly high velocity. And at the same time, there's wind that's constantly trying to force you the opposite way that you're actually going. But eventually you're able to make it through. A hatch opens, you're able to work your way through, and out you pop. There's a person whose eyes seem kind of glazed over and deadened as they're like vacuuming up this plastic gunk. The person who's vacuuming up this refuse doesn't even seem to be really looking at where they're at what they're doing. They're just kind of gently passing it over a pile of junk.
So Kennel would hear through the speakers. He would just hear a constant low murmuring of "I am the fly, I am the fly, I am the fly."
You get it in there and begin looking around, and you've popped out in an area of like where it looks like several different, not so much drones, but like industrial pieces of equipment are sweeping up and pushing a lot of the debris that ends up in the floor, just pushing off in this area that is then vacuumed up by this high capacity vacuum.
All right, we're gonna go past this guy and start exploring the rest of this compound. We're gonna try and work our way towards what we think the main factory floor would be.
Okay. From where you're actually on what appears to be the bottom floor, considering you can see just like concrete foundation. Most of this, half of it has been set aside for just like a holding area or like a shipping and receiving area, of like where like raw materials are being brought in and then set off to the sides and taken to where they need to go. And then the rest is stuff that is actively waiting on a place to be loaded up onto a truck. And when you progress further in, this looks like where they actually take the raw materials and turn them into either chips or sim rigs or basic set of trodes, that sort of stuff. And then is further sent up top along an assembly line. What are you looking for exactly?
Either sim rigs, any kind of a storage area.
Like right there at the vehicle bay, which is roughly half of this first bottom floor, or this first bottom section, appears to be a storage area.
Okay, we'll fly over.
Okay. Horatio can read, right?
Oh yeah.
All right. Make me a perception check. Majority of the stuff that you can see is already packaged goods that's down here, well, outside of the raw materials of stuff being taken away. Yeah, it takes you a while to pick through and actually search through everything, but you find a section that is just cordoned off specifically for sim rigs. Like they actually have like little AR signs as you get close that pop up in your view that just shows you like, hey, sim rigs go here.
With the radio signal scanner, can we see any icons on it?
On the sim rigs themselves?
Yeah.
No. All of this stuff appears to be off. You are able to find several different signals. Most of them appear to be various industrial equipment, comm links, that sort of thing. Most of it not running silent.
How many people appeared to be working the line?
You're looking at probably 40 to 50 just working the line itself. Out here in the shipping area, you're looking at about another 8 to 10.
Okay, so we'll move on from this little area, and we're gonna see the elevator or stairs.
It looks like stairs.
Well, let's go up and look what's up the stairs.
Okay. Nah, look, as you're going through, most of the people that are here are orcs or the occasional fairly big human, and they all look exhausted. Like they've put in like a 12-hour day and then still are expected to work some more. And all of them are sweating and like their shirts and pants are soaked through. If you have an atmosphere sensor on it, do you have
Uh,
one?
oh yeah.
It is hot in here, despite it being, you know, Decemberish. You're looking at probably 70 to 80 degrees inside, and everyone that's in here has like the paper respirator, at the very minimum, a paper respirator, the full goggles, hair nets, that sort of stuff, along with pants, long sleeve shirts, gloves, and various other things to keep as much stuff bundled up as possible. And as you head up, it goes more from just cutting stuff into the components that they need, or like producing even nanites that then form themselves into various distinct shapes. They've actually begun taking it and putting it more into like what's its final shape going to be, actually getting the circuit boards and all of that sort of stuff in where it's supposed to go or how it's supposed to go.
Okay, so these look like more skilled people.
Yes. It goes from being very hot on the first floor to a more air conditioned area. It's actually fairly cold in here. Like the lower areas, like, you actually saw like several heaters and everything either melting down or just softening up this various stuff. Whereas up here, it goes from being hot to actually stuff is actively being cooled down to where it's workable.
Oh, okay. Did I see anything that would appear to be like guards?
Not directly, no. Most of the people in here just appear to be work.
Did they have, you know how like I mean, I've never seen this in a real factory, but I don't have tons of factory experience. You know how there's frequent like a manager's sort of catwalk with like a glass window or something so that the boss
Yeah.
can, look
Uh,
down at the measly workers, right?
there is one. It's roughly like if a troll was having to walk underneath it, they would have to duck a little bit to keep from their horns clicking on it. Maybe like 11 feet off the floor. There's like a just a metal catwalk with one or two people who fussing at one person or going through doing quality checks, stopping off an area, making small adjustments appear to be.
And who's like a boss in there?
If they're a boss, they're lower level. This appears to be more like quality control.
Okay, we'll use the laser microphone and listen in on their conversation briefly.
All you hear is a lot of banging, clacking, and various noise. The laser microphone that you're using against, it's only picking up the machines because it only picks up vibrations off of surfaces.
That would make a lot of sense. All right. Well, Juliet, do you have anything else you'd like me to look for in here?
No, you covered it pretty well.
Well, with that in mind, I think it's time to have Bugs leave.
Okay, how are you leaving?
We'll go out the same way we came in.
All right, it's much easier getting out than it is in. So give me one more roll to pilot your way through it. Yeah, the only thing that's hard about dealing with this is keeping your rotors from smacking on the side as you're forcefully being sucked through. So you're able to maneuver it in such a way of where that's not an issue, or not as big of an issue, and you pop out. take off and get back to where you want to go.
Once we're back, we'll turn it off, reset the comm link, and on the off chance anybody noticed anything.
Nobody seems to be coming after you. You didn't get any alerts that somebody was trying to hack you or anything of that sort.
There's a lot of guys in there. You saw the feed, right?
Yep.
But they didn't look too tough.
And she
I bet
slots
you could
in.
take them all.
Juliet slotted in stick and shock magazines. I
Hey,
think
whoa,
I
whoa, whoa,
could.
whoa, 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 whoa! Don't be, no, not right now, not right now. Yo,
She's sticking people beyond.
No,
listen,
because if you hit the electronics,
no, that's a giant vacuum leading into that building. Remember when we was up in the plastic jungles? They had a giant vacuum hooked up to their air conditioner. What if we do a little bit of that again?
it was blowing stuff out, not in.
What was it? Was there like a backwards button on it?
No, I don't think I saw one. Right, Mr. GM.
I mean, you didn't ask, but Horatio may have saw one. So make me an edge check, group edge. Hey, Improv's not here, so I actually have a chance that you guys might not pass this one.
Oof. 0 hits, jeez.
In Kennel's defense, in every movie where there's some kind of factory, there's always the power button hanging on that long extension cord, the box with like the stop button, the up button, and the down button. That's how he views everything.
I mean, there's definitely a stop button. I don't know if there would be a reverse button. And I'm waiting on your edge, Kennel. There is not a reverse button.
Oh.
Well, there's only like 50 guys in there, maybe 60. Okay, maybe more like 70. But don't worry about it. Just make sure you're using gel so you don't damage anything we're gonna steal. And like put the loudener on your gun, right? So it's more intimidating.
The what now?
The amplifier. It makes it so your gunshot is louder.
Ow! This was such. I mean, you know what? Never mind. Just let's go.
All right, Kennel, you ready?
What? No.
We got
What?
enough room in here?
Wait, you want to go in now when there's like you said, there's like 50 guys or like 100 guys up there?
Not all of them have guns. Like maybe half a dozen at most.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It just feels like we're kind of like rushing into this real fast. Now, the good thing is, like, we got this vacuum tube thing. Like, we could crawl through that, right? And then we get up there, like,
No.
why not?
Was it big enough for a person?
Yes, it would not be a very comfortable climb. Juliet would fit pretty easily. The other two of you, not so much. The entire time you're going to be getting pelted by metal and plastic shards. And that's if you don't clog up the whole thing.
Well, listen, Kennel. I think speed is of the essence, right?
Oh, you want me to get you some beta meth?
No.
Oh.
But yes.
Oh, cool. I know a guy. Don't worry.
But like haste makes for. I don't know. I forgot.
I mean,
This is gonna
I'm
go
cool, but
well.
I don't know if we can handle that many people. I mean, I only got like 4 grenades on me. That's it. Like, I got my knives, but I ain't got no
I got a
dogs.
couple hundred. We'll be fine.
Oh, didn't you bring your shotgun?
Well, yeah, but I mean, I've only fired that thing like twice, and once, my bad. I accidentally fired it in one of the bathrooms, so don't go in there. Look, man, I just don't like guns. All right, you didn't grow up with a parole officer like tossing your house every day. I did.
No, just the 88s.
You had 88 parole officers, man. How much of a criminal are you?
No, the 88s.
Oh, those people with attention definite destroyer disorder or something like that. That right? The AD. There's 8Ds.
No.
What are the 8Ds? Deficit destroyer dismantler, something like that.
They're a gang.
Man, you should just like jingle some keys and throw them off to the side. They would have left you alone. They would have gotten all distractified or something.
No, they were a gang. They were like ghouls. They ate you. Well, not me, but like some of the people I lived with.
Huh. Yeah, I don't want them to be in our fight club.
I mean, they deserve rights too.
I don't like the idea of punching someone and then biting my hand off. I'm just saying.
So we know where the trodes are, or the sim rigs are. We know there are enough of them. How many guards are between there and us? Like what, 4?
There's probably more nearby, but I didn't see any more inside. I
We're going in
didn't
loading
sweep
bay,
the whole
right?
place, though.
Are we going to do it in this car too? I mean, yeah, we get the sim rigs, but that's about it. Are we going to come back later for like a chip press or something, or what?
Well, it has a winch. If we have something to like attach it to, we could just drag it. And if there were like wheels, it might not get scuffed.
I mean, we want to come back with a roadmaster?
Maybe we want some of those the outriders to like be ready, so when we're being chased, they can ambush them.
That's not a bad idea. We did just buy that boy that new eyeball. With that new eyeball,
Yeah.
he should be able to see everything with that bitch.
Oh, and you don't change his color too. Oh, that was pretty cool.
Like, I don't mind, but this is a big factory and there's a lot of stuff in there.
Yeah, it's just that whatever we grab, they're not going to just let us. They're going to come after us.
Hey, the people that was upstairs, did they look like day laborers by chance?
Yeah. I mean, normal wage slaves, sure.
Well,
yeah,
no,
they
but
look tired.
but I mean, like a lot of places like this, like they get sinless to work, so they don't got to pay them no benefits, and they barely pay them any union at all. And they just like scoop up a bunch of people because they just move in boxes. It's cheaper than drones. They ain't no drones here. So what if they're all like day laborers? And what's to stop us from going in and saying, "Yo, I got a free day to labor for you. Look at these big muscles." And Kennel's going to do the full flex again. And before he starts speaking, he'll do another flex just to get the other side for Juliet. What if we just go in and like we just stuff our pockets full of this stuff, and then when it comes time to leave, if you set off any alarms, psych, I ain't waiting for you, and we just start punching fools and we run.
I'll wait in the car. Then if anything happens, I'll throw a gun to Juliet, and then I'll shoot the other guy.
I'm going to do something incredibly dangerous and do a matrix perception.
Okay.
Which is computer plus intuition or computer plus logic?
Computer plus intuition.
With one hit, do I detect any kind of scanners at the door? Like the main entrance where the employees go in?
Yes.
Can I tell what kind of scanner it is?
It's more than just one.
Huh. All right, so it looks like they got a bunch of like scanner type things around the door. I pulled an improv right there. I don't know if you saw that, but that's when I looked in the matrix and I was like, "Yo, door, what you got?" And the door was like, "Yo, butt out." Just saying. It's almost like matrix. It's almost like improv is here right now. But look, what if we try that? Like we just walk in, and we're going to go to work, and because they're going to want me because I could pick up a lot of stuff, and if I vouch for Horatio, they might. I mean, yeah, they're going to say he's small, but they're going to say maybe he better than this little pinky human in here. And then we just work, we move all the boxes, and then when it comes quitting time, like we stuff like our clothes full of the sim rigs, and we just run out the door.
I mean, it worked.
I think it might be easier to just shoot people and grab the stuff. I'm not against it, but we're not really dressed for being in there.
Well, yeah, but that's what I'm thinking. Like we come back, like what time do wage slaves go to work? Like 10 in the morning or something. We go back, like we get some rest tonight. We get our work clothes on. We show up at like 9:30, so they think we early risers or something. I mean, it's gonna suck. I'm gonna have to set an alarm, but still, it's cool. It's cool. And then we just go in like we work in there for the day.
Hell yeah.
I mean, heck, Julia, even you could get in there because like we'll just pretend like you like I don't know, you got into an argument with yourself and you bit your tongue off, so you can't do no talking. Like we'll do all the talking for you. And if anybody
She gives
asks,
a sort of flat stare.
see, that's what I'm talking about. That's the look you give them if they try to say like, "Can you speak?" You just look at them like, "Stop looking at me like that." Dang, I was just playing. You look at them like that, not like me.
You're not nearly paranoid enough. You know that?
What do I got to be paranoid about?
These are dirt poor wage slaves working on really expensive stuff. You think there's not a way they're going to keep them from stealing from whatever company owns the factory?
What if we? Oh, yo, what if we bribe trash vacuum guy, and throughout the day we just throw him all the sim rigs and he vacuums them up like he doesn't even know what's going on. Fine. I mean, if you just want to blow this place up, that's fine. But that's, it's
Scanners!
just
You can't bribe scanners!
yeah. But there's 3 of us, and Horatio said there's like 95 people in there.
I have a lot of bullets.
Well, most of them were like workers. They weren't like guards.
We need improv. We need the smart one.
So I bet if like Juliet shoots in the air with her amplifier, and you're like, "Yo, get down."
It's not even a thing. Why?
Oh, we need to get you one.
She's as close to crying as she's ever been right now. So how big was that HVAC system, Horatio?
I mean, pretty big. Like,
I mean, it was an industrial size. It's just, HVACs aren't always the most supportive of things.
Did you see anything that would stop me from crawling through it?
I went through the vacuum system for the trash.
Hmm.
But yo, what if we dressed you up like trash, and then you could like climb up so you'd blend in?
I'm not dressing up as trash.
Yo, you could just start yelling that you're the son of that ghost thing that attacked us when we were clearing out that room for your homeboy storage. You could say like, I'm here for vengeance for my father. Ah. But you have to do like a really cool voice. I know you can't sound as cool as I do. Hang on. He's gonna take a minute to mess with this voice
No.
modulator. I am here
can't.
to
I think
revenge
it's
my
quick.
father. Hey, I'm trying to do a voice. Whatever, man. I'm trying to
I'm
make you sound
wearing out.
cool.
Is it hot enough for you? You think that Claire will work? Kennel?
Look, I'm just saying, like, I don't want to like blow this whole place up because what if we need to buy some chips too? Like, I mean, these are the people who make the chips here. So if we blow the whole place up, how are we gonna buy chips afterwards?
We'll get them from their rival.
I did not even consider that.
Like everyone's always got a rival, right? Like these guys probably have some enemies that would pay us.
I could reach out to my homeboy Cocoa Puff and ask if he knows anything about this stuff. Or I got this girl who works as one of the real estate agents. Maybe she could tell us who the owner of the building is.
Building what?
Yeah, a lot of rich people, they actually buy these buildings. Like they don't just take them. They actually like they pay money and they say that they're theirs or something.
He's giving you a very weird look. Man, that's weird. How? But if they're not there, how do they protect it?
Yo, they use lawyers. Like you know how you watch the trids and like everybody's getting sued in the trids? That's what happens if somebody owns a building and you try to steal it from them. They sue you and you have to go to court and you have to say yes, Your Honor, no, Your Honor, like all direct like that.
What if you just don't go and you keep using it?
Well, then usually you get a warrant, and then a team comes in and kicks in your door in the middle of the night. They take your father away from you, even though he was just trying to feed his boy.
Pawns are always.
And then you spend the rest of your life saying, "I'm gonna get those motherfraggers back." That's what happens then.
Okay.
It was at this point during the session that my pharmacist supplied South American cold medication was reaching its peak, and Kennel's thought processes might have maybe gotten a little weird. Well, I hope you enjoyed and try not to let family stress get to you since Nervousness is right around the corner. Thanks for listening, happy holidays, and we'll see you next week.